CPM Chapter 5, Problem 156, we are asked to find the derivative of each of the following functions. And so with A, we are given f of x equals x squared times tangent x. And to solve this, we're going to have to use the product rule. And so we know that we're going to have to find the derivative of tangent. And so if you don't know what the derivative of tangent is, you can use the quotient rule. And so to use the quotient rule, to figure out the derivative of tangent, we first have to write tangent as sine over cosine, and I know that tangent equals to sine over cosine because of the trig identities. And so to continue with the quotient rule, you take the bottom cosine times the derivative of the top, so the derivative of sine is cosine, minus the top sine times the derivative of the bottom. And so the derivative of cosine is negative sine, and you make that all over the bottom function squared, so cosine squared, and when you combine the cosines and sines, you'll get cosine squared plus sine squared over cosine squared. And cosine squared plus sine squared equals to 1 according to trig identities, and we'll get 1 over cosine squared, and 1 over cosine squared equals to secant squared according to the trig identities. And so when we use the product rule, we're going to take the first, which is x squared, times the derivative of the second. So the derivative of tan x equals to secant squared x plus the second, tan x, times the derivative of the first. And that will be 2x. And so this is the answer. And then next with B, we are given g of x equals 1 over sine x. And 1 over sine x also means cosecant. And so to solve this, we're going to use the product rule. And so we take the bottom sine x times the derivative of the top. So the derivative of 1 is 0, minus the top 1 times the derivative of sine x, which is cosine x, over the bottom squared, so sine squared. And when you combine that, you'll get negative cosine x over sine x, or sine squared x. And with the trig identities, we know that that will equal negative cosecant x times cotangent x. Next for C, we are given f of x equals 2x plus 1 times 3x minus 1 to the third power. And to solve this, we're going to use the product rule. And so we're going to take the first, 2x plus 1, times the derivative of the second. So the derivative of 3x minus 1 to the third power is 3 times 3x minus 1 squared. And now we see that there is a function within a function. So this is the outside function and this is the inside function. So we have to find the derivative of the inside function by using the chain rule. And so the derivative of 3x minus 1 is 3. And so that's why we multiply by 3 plus the second, 3x minus 1 to the third power, times the derivative of the first. The derivative of 2x plus 1 is 2, and so that's why we multiply by 2. And when you combine this together, you'll get 9 times 2x plus 1 times 3x minus 1 squared plus 2 times 3x minus 1 to the third power as the answer. And then for D, we are given g of x equals cosine times root x plus 1, and that I just rewrote that as cosine x plus 1 to the 1/2 power. And so to solve this, we can use the chain rule. And so first we're going to find the derivative of the outside function, and the derivative of cosine root x plus 1 is negative sine root x plus 1. And then now we have to find the derivative of the inside function, which is this part. And so the derivative of root x plus 1 is 1/2 x plus 1 to the negative 1/2 power. And when you simplify that, you'll be left with negative sine root x plus 1 over 2 times root x plus 1 as the answer.